Hi, my small good friends. I hope everyone's having a great day today. So what I've got going on here for you guys today are my wax empties. So yeah, I got a little bit of everything going on. I've got some Scentsy, I've got some retail wax, I've got some vendor wax. The only thing I don't have are candles. I'm pretty close to finishing up a couple candles, but not quite there yet. So I'm thinking there will definitely be a few candles to talk about in my next empties video. But for this video, we're just gonna talk about wax melts. So if you're interested in seeing what I've been working through, stay tuned. Okay guys, so we are currently under a tornado watch. I really detest summer. It's my least favorite season. It's an expensive season. You guys heard me go on and on about the air conditioning and the cost of electric and blah, blah. But on top of all that good stuff, there's the weather. There's constantly a bad weather alert. And it's like almost every day. There's always the chance of a severe thunderstorm. There's always a chance of there's not always a chance of a tornado here. But there are often tornado watches or tornado warnings. There's also a lot of times there's a flood warning, flash floods, aerial floods, and it's just like, you don't go through this as much in the fall and winter. So I'm just not a big summer lover. But anyway, I say all that to say that I don't know if this video will get interrupted. I just let the dogs out a few minutes ago and it's looking a little dark out back, but super sunny and bright blue skies in the front. So I'll get started, but we'll see what ends up happening. I'm not sure how long. Actually, I do know the watch is in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. So usually when I watch my local weatherman, he talks about the window when they think that potentially bad weather could occur. But it's hard to get a weather report on Sunday because they don't have a news program on Sunday. So I had to watch a video that basically was taped like 16 hours ago, so like a day ago. So that didn't help much. But anyway, again, all that to say that this may get interrupted, but I don't have a ton here, so maybe not. Like I said earlier, the dogs are to my side. Jersey may make an appearance. She's still here. This is a Sunday that I'm filming this. She's been with me all weekend. She came Thursday night, and she'll be with me through tomorrow. Not sure what time my daughter is coming to get her tomorrow, but she's with me a little longer. All right, let's start with miscellaneous items. I only have one miscellaneous item, and it's actually a wallflower from Bath & Body Works. This is Paradise Coconut. And this has scent notes of, take these off because Lord knows I can't see up close. Juicy pineapple, sugar cane, and coconut milk. I love pineapple coconut scent, so I knew this was something I would love. I've had this in my stash for probably a few years now. I love the scent, but like most wallflowers, it's not the strongest. If I keep my bathroom door closed, and my bathroom's not really large, it's really not. But if I keep it closed, because I feel like, when you walk past it, you should get a whiff. But no, the only time that works is if I keep the door closed. And then sometimes even that doesn't affect it. Sometimes I pick it up, sometimes I don't. I may have another one in my collection, I'm not sure. But the scent itself, I do really like. It's just a matter of when I actually get it. And you can see that's an older one because it was $7.50. I think wallflowers just increased again. It's just crazy. Price increases just everywhere. Let's see, retail wax next. All right, let's start with Goose Creek. I did pull my iPad so I could go over the scent notes, which I don't always do with retail wax. But since I have it pulled to pull out the Scentsy notes, because I don't have a ton of Scentsy, so I decided to include it in this video. I figured I'll go ahead and go over it for the retail wax as well. I warmed through Goose Creek Cotton Candy. This is a cotton candy scent I really enjoy. So this is cotton candy, fluffy sponge sugar, blue raspberry, pink berry, strawberry, and warm sugar. This is so good. So it looks like I picked this up back in 2022. It is a scent that I really enjoy in Goose Creek's wax, both their candle and their wax melts. And it's actually a pretty decent performer for a cotton candy scent. I did this in my kitchen. I mixed up the whole clam, between a candle crock and I think 2 other warmers. Sometimes I do 3 warmers, but I think I did 2 warmers and a candle crock. So 4 pieces in my candle crock and a piece each in 2 of the warmers. Oh man, every time I went out in the kitchen, I could smell it. It was just fantastic. Sticky sweet, yummy, yummy, yummy cotton candy scent. Isn't much else to say about it because it smells like what it is. But this is one that I will continue to repurchase because I just love it. Georgia Peach. This one had been sitting in my stash for a while too, and it's just one of those scents that I just don't pull because sometimes I can be a little funny about peach. So Georgia Peach is freshly sliced peaches, orange, mango, grapefruit, and sweet spun sugar. On cold, this smells like a really nice peach. You do kind of pick up those other fruits, but they just kind of support that peach note because this is seriously peach. But on warm, I feel like it kind of leans a bit more like candy-ish peach, like peach candy. If it only smelled exactly like it smelled in this clam. It was good. I didn't mind it. It wasn't anything that I needed to take out because I was getting a funky note or anything like that. It was a decent performer. I could smell it every time I went out in the kitchen. I just don't feel like I need it again. And I actually have another one in my stash. So I will warm it once more. And then it's one that I wouldn't pick up again. But I think if you like peach scents, you'll probably like it. This was another winner from Goose Creek, Pink Beach. And I believe this is Goose Creek's version of Yankee Candle's Pink Sands. This is bright pink citrus, island berries, gentle musk, soft sandalwood, and sea spray. Yeah, this is Pink Sands. It's a really good dupe. Oh yeah. This was another good performer. It's your sweet, fruity, beachy, soft. It's just a good all around beachy scent. If you ever smelled Pink Sands and you know what Pink Beach smells like. It was a good performer, and I very much enjoyed it. Again, I did it in my kitchen. So all 3 of these performed very well in my kitchen. And you guys know, if you've been with me for some time, that I don't always have the best performance from wax melts in my kitchen. It's kind of a scent sucker, and they all did great. From Tuscany Candle, I warmed Coconut Colada. This is coconut milk, sweet pineapple, and island fruits. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, I love scents like this. I love, love, love colada scents. So this is like your pineapple coconut drink. It really is a coconut milk. It's very creamy, delicious, smooth, tropical, a little fruity. Oh man, it's good. This one was a decent performer. It was not overly strong, but it definitely was detectable, and it had good scent throw. Like I could kind of smell it a little bit everywhere in my kitchen. So again, this is one that I would get again. Do I have more? I have another one in my collection, so I will certainly enjoy it again. Coconut Colada. Okay, last couple of wax melts I have as far as retail are from Kringle Candle. So you have Country Candles line Glazed Berry Scone. I wanted to give this a try because their country candles have been going on and off sale because they're phasing them out. And I wanted to know if I should pick this up. I almost picked it up in their last sale and I didn't. I'm not even sure. It may even be sold out. But I wanted to give this a try and see. So this is berry, soft spice, pastry, cranberry, sweet, and maple. Some of their scent notes are a little weird, kind of like Yankee. So their description of the scent says blissful notes of sweet dried cranberries blend into a taste-tempting fusion of warm pastry sprinkled with soft oats, rich walnuts, and maple sugar. Interesting that it says cranberries because to me that looks like blueberries. So I have this going on in my kitchen now, and it's been going on since early this morning, and we're going on close to 4 o'clock. It's still going, but I will say it's kind of a low scent throw. I smell it, it's detectable, it's in the air, but definitely not as strong as the 4 aforementioned wax melts have been. I actually ended up adding my blueberry muffin, which is also from Kringle Candle, to it to kind of boost the scent a little bit. I do get berries, and I do feel like it's cranberry. I don't know that I get blueberry, but I will say the wax is blue, so it kind of makes me think blueberry, but I kind of think that's kind of messing with my head a little bit because there's no blueberry here. I get a little bit of a pastry note, but I mostly get the berry, and I get a little bit of the sweetness from the maple. I don't really get oats or nuts. So maybe they're kind of buried down in that pastry note, but I get more berry than anything. And suffice to say, I'm not going to pick up the candle, but I just like their blueberry muffin better. So that is the one that I would stick to. But this was a good, nice, I feel like fall kind of, you know, transition into fall kind of scent. So glazed berry scone. Yuzu and sage. So this is lemon, grapefruit, mandarin, yuzu. I think that's supposed to say eucalyptus. Eucalyptus, mint, ginger, peach, apricot, musk, coconut, kiwi, and watermelon. Wow, that's a lot. Definitely don't get all that in here. The invigorating burst of yuzu peel dances atop a fragrant bed of fresh sage leaves, creating a balanced and uplifting aroma. The fusion of citrus and herbaceous elements inspire clarity, bringing a touch of nature's vibrancy to the senses. I mostly get citrus from that bright yuzu, and I do feel like I get a bit of grapefruit in here, and lemon. And I also get the herbs, the sage. I clearly get the sage in here. And it's interesting because I don't see sage in the scent notes. I see mint, I see eucalyptus, I don't see sage, but yet it's in the description itself. So I don't know what that's about. Do I have the wrong scent notes down here? Maybe I do. Let me pull it up on Kringle's website. Maybe I have the wrong scent notes down. Kringle is classic for sometimes posting the wrong scent notes to the site, so I could have taken it early on and maybe they weren't the right notes. No, that's what it says. Lemon, grapefruit, mandarin, yuzu, eucalyptus, mint, ginger, peach, apricot, musk, coconut, kiwi, and watermelon. That's what it says. I don't get any watermelon. I definitely get the citrus. And I feel like I get a little bit of that eucalyptus. But not in a bad way, because I don't particularly love eucalyptus. I definitely get sage. But again, even though I don't love sage, I don't tend to love any herbal scents. It's not like aggressive. I know this has been popular, but I just am not a fan of herbal scents. So it's really not for me. But I will say it was a good performer. I did half a claim at a time in mechanical crock in an average size bedroom, and it did great. Like, you could smell it every time you went in the room. It lasted for a long time. So give it a try if you like these notes, because it's getting pretty good reviews. It's just not my scent vibe. All right, friends, let's talk about Scentsy. I've got 5 bars here, so you can see why I decided to include it, because I just don't have that many. I worked at the office pretty much all week until Friday this week, so I don't have a ton here, but I still made a dent here. So first up, we have Blue Water and Sea Salt. This was from the Mother's Day collection, and as you can see, I still have some wax left, so you know what that means. You know your girl Terry didn't like this. This is white neroli, citrus, sea salt, and cucumber water. So reading the scent notes, I love neroli, I love citrus, I love sea salt, cucumber water, I can give or take. I thought I was going to love this, but oh man. This, speaking of aggressive, like, this smells aggressive to me. Like, it's got to be that cucumber water, I'm thinking, and maybe a little of the neroli. The neroli's coming across, it says white. It's coming across a bit green to me. This gives me a lot of green, and I feel like it's more than just that cucumber water. I'm not really loving the sea salt noteness either. I just don't love this. It's kind of a mixture of all kinds of things that's really just hard for me to describe. But basically what I get on cold is what I got on warm, and I was kind of afraid of that. I'm not even sure how I got through 3 cubes. I know I put 2 in my bathroom. Maybe I tried warming 1. I bet I tried to do 1 in my office. If that was the case, why did I try it again? Yeah, not a love for me, unfortunately. But if you tried this one and you love it, let me know below. Blue Water and Sea Salt, it's just not my vibe. And so I threw all the Mother's Day bars in my club to make sure they were secure in case I loved them. And this one's coming out. I also warmed Strawberries and Sunshine, talked about that in a previous video. I took that one out as well. I enjoyed that one. I did enjoy that one, but I didn't feel like it was anything special enough that I needed to keep in my club. So that one's out as well. And my last bar left to warm as part of that collection is Vanilla Rose. Based on my cold sniff, like, I like it, but I also don't think it's going to be club worthy, but I shall reserve my judgment until I warm it. Clementine Cupcake. Super, super juicy. You guys, I warmed this recently, so you would have seen this in a recent Empties video, and I wasn't too pleased with its performance. So I decided to pull another bar and see if it did better, because, you know, sometimes we have off-nose days, and sometimes we don't smell things, and then we warm them again, and they're fantastic. So I pulled another bar from my collection. Warm Vanilla Cupcake, Sweet Clementine, and Lemon Sugar. This was a bar that I absolutely loved. You know I love orange. I love bakery. What can get better than that? On cold, oh my gosh, I love this. But this bar, I just don't think it's aging well because I cannot barely smell it when I'm warming it. And I'm like, how can it be this juicy and me not smell it? Did all the oils just leak out and I'm just not getting it? Like, what is going on with this bar? So I really need to, I know I keep pulling this bar. I really need to pull it one more time and pull a fresher bar, but I think I'm kind of done. I think it's going to get pulled from my club because I love Lavender Wax, and there are so many good orange and orange bakery scents in Lavender Wax that I don't necessarily feel like I need this one. So I think it's coming out. I got to make some cuts, and this would just be an easy one. And I do have Mango Shortcake, I think is what it's called, from the Scentspirations collection when they did Go Go Mango, and I really enjoy that, and I feel like it's close enough that that one just does me fine. So I think that one's coming out, but let me know what you get from this. Unfortunately, I can't say too much about it as of recent warming times because I'm just not really smelling it, and I did it in my bathroom and I did it in my bedroom, and it's just not working. Coconut Blossoms. I have one little cube left because I'm going to take that to the office and enjoy. So this is Morning Mist, Fresh Coconut, and a touch of Lily of the Valley. This is the scent of the month for, I believe it was last month, so I think this was May. Yeah, I really like this. This is fresh. A touch of floral, but I don't feel like it's overly floral. This to me is more fresh. It kind of almost has like a linen vibe. It's really pretty. That coconut is present and it's very nice. A lot of people have been saying this one is on the lighter side, and I would agree. It was not super light for me. I could definitely smell it. I did it in my bathroom, and it did just fine. 2 cubes in my bathroom in my Diamond Milk Glass Warmer, and it was great in my bathroom. I did it in my bedroom, and I could still smell it, but I had to look for it a little harder. It's in my club. It's sitting there for now. I may get a couple more bars. I don't know that I need to keep it very long, but I would like to have more of it and see how it ages. But I enjoyed it. If you like fresh coconut scents, you know, kind of in the neighborhood of like fresh coconut and cotton from Bath & Body Works, and don't get it wrong, this doesn't smell exactly like that. I wish it did, but it's in that neighborhood. Coconut Blossoms, it's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous, and I love coconut scents. Honeycrisp Apple. I picked up a few of these in a D-stash, even though this is in my club. And the D-stash wasn't the best looking D-stash, but I pulled this out to start warming because I just want to get rid of the bars that I got in this D-stash because, you know, they look a little rough. Honeycrisp Apple, Pear, and hints of warm musk. Obviously, if I have this in my club, it's a bar that I love. Yeah, this is like your body care apple scent. And I really enjoy this. I love Honeycrisp Apple. It's my favorite apple and home fragrance. It's so good. I would say performance on it is about a medium. It's definitely not a punch you in the face kind of scent, but it's definitely in the air. You smell it, and it's just a gorgeous apple scent, and I love it. So I think it's going to stay on my club a little longer. That is Honeycrisp Harvest. And speaking of apple scents, we have Quaint Country Rain. This is from the, I think it's called Petals and Petals collection. I keep saying it backwards. I keep saying Petals and Puddles, but I think it's Puddles and Petals. I could be wrong. This is Raindrops, Orchard Fruits, and Violet. This is nice. This is a little bit aquatic, but aquatic in a way to my nose that kind of leans just borderline cologne aquatic, which I find that rain scents often do. The orchard fruits is definitely apple. I think some people say they smell pear in here too. I definitely get apple. I wouldn't argue that there's no pear because I could see there being pear too, because I feel like pear and apple can be pretty close. So there could be a mixture. But I definitely get apple. And the violet, I don't really get much of a floral on this, but it could just be adding a little bit of depth to the scent. It's a really pretty scent, very enjoyable, but at the same time, it's one that I don't feel like I need to have. When it comes to the apple scents, I prefer this Honeycrisp Harvest better. So I don't need both, but this one was a pretty good darn performer. Like, I can smell this floating outside of my bedroom, and my bedroom's large with vaulted ceilings. And I also have 2 cubes going in my bathroom, and oh man, I get it every time I walk in there. So for me personally, it's been a great performer. I just put this in my upstairs area today, and I did the whole bar. So 6 cubes in my bedroom and 2 in my bathroom. So it's been going since very early this morning, still going strong, which I would expect from the Scentsy bar. So I can't tell you for sure it will go into my next day because tomorrow isn't here yet. But if I think of it when I edit this video, I'll let you know whether it makes it to the second day. But Quaint Country Rain, it's a nice one. Like I said, enjoyable. I just don't feel like I need it in my club. All right, guys, let's see how much longer this holds out because it's looking not super dark, but definitely not sunny out there. Let's talk about vendor wax. Let's start with my few one-offs here. I don't have a super ton, but I've got some to talk about. All right. L3, I did one sample that has pine cone, cinnamon sugar, and kolaches. I think kolaches is something bakery. I think she's mentioned that before. Yeah, even in the bag, this one is kind of light, which surprises me because I feel like pine cone tends to be strong. I warmed this in my bathroom and I didn't get a whole lot from it. I could smell a little bit, but I don't tend to have great results with L3 samples. I don't know why that is. It's just the way it is. I always do them in my bathroom, which is, I don't know what I'm hearing. I live near an airport, so I could be hearing a plane, but I'm like, is that thunder? So I just don't have the greatest luck with them, but I still appreciate them because it allows me to smell something on cold, and then I can decide whether I want it in a larger size. And then sometimes they surprise me, and I find that when she sends me a sample of her scoops, I get much better results. There is something about that scoop sample, which comes in like a little cup. It throws every time. I don't get good results with these. And I feel like I'm the only one because I feel like other people say they do just fine. So, Dessa's Homespun Scents, I did Cherry Crumble Pie. Actually did this earlier today. It's still going in my puzzle room, which is my smallest bedroom upstairs. This one has scent notes of fresh cherries, graham cracker crust, and butter crumble topping. I get hefty cherry in this one, which I would expect. It's throwing just fine in my small bedroom. I would say it's not super bakery to my nose. I get more of that cherry that's almost like a candy cherry. And it's a good cherry, but it's more like a bomb pop kind of cherry, kind of like your firecracker pop candle from Bath & Body Works. But I'm not hating on it because I like that smell. I just kind of wish that it was just a little bit more like a cherry pie cherry, so it smelled more like a cherry filling, even if artificial, a cherry filling more than a cherry candy or like a cherry airhead. But I'm not hating on it. I actually would probably pick it up again. It's throwing just fine. So I am having great luck with Dessa's new formula because I did not have the greatest of luck with her old wax formula. I had pretty much written this vendor off, not to speak about her in a bad way, because I love Dessa. I think she's such a sweet lady, but it just wasn't doing well in my home. I am so happy this new formula it's doing great. So I'm back in Dessa's corner buying her wax again. So cherry crumble pie. Campfire cookies from Rainbow Melts. I believe this is part of the Cookie Heaven sampler. It is. Campfire marshmallow, vanilla lace, and cookie heaven. This was delicious, and I expected it would be. Oh yeah. I feel like the notes are very equally blended in this. Very equally so. Yeah, this is good. Now, even though that vanilla lace is a body care, I would not say this is overly body care. This is more bakery than anything. But it's ooey gooey, slightly smoky, marshmallow, vanilla-y, cookie. So good. It performed well. I did the little tile, I forget what she calls them, moon cakes, I think. I did it in my bedroom, and, well, it was delicious. I would definitely get it again. Glitterati, I did ruby slippers. This was a snap bar. I took the whole snap bar, and I put it in a candle jar, and I stuck it under a candle lamp. This was poured back in April of last year. This is melon mist, white tea, and strawberry slush. I mostly got the strawberry slush in this, and a little bit of the melon, which is interesting. That's what I mostly got on warm. But on cold, I smell quite a bit of that white tea. I was not getting a ton of the white tea on warm. Did I say on warm again? On cold, I get the white tea. Yeah, on cold, I get the white tea, but on warm, I get the other notes more. This was just okay. I thought it was good. It was enjoyable. It's just not one that I feel like I need again. So that's ruby slippers. From Swanky, I did a souffle of blueberry Fruit Loops. Apparently it's just blueberry and Fruit Loops. I mean, Swanky doesn't really put scent notes on her stuff, so the only time you really can find them is if she lists them in a pre-order list. That's basically what it smells like. Swanky is known for her blueberry. She does have good blueberry scents. But I mostly got Fruit Loops from this, and I kind of expected that because Fruit Loops tends to be an oil that kind of takes over. I got a little bit of blueberry, but I mostly got Fruit Loops. This was okay as far as throw. I did a whole souffle in my open space, and I did this very recently. I might have been just yesterday. So it was okay in a throw. I would say it was a decent medium. I tried to turn my warmers back on the next day to see how it did, and it was quite a bit lighter the next day, so I ended up cleaning out my warmers pretty early. I don't think I need more of this, but it was fun while I warmed it. The Pharmacist's Daughter Brazilian Beach. This is toasted marshmallows, s'mores, sea salt breezes, caramel, tonka, coconut, and white chocolate. I loved how this smelled on cold. Very beachy, decadent, delicious. Yeah, it kind of gives me like Sol de Janeiro vibes with bakery. Definitely in that realm, but it was not my favorite on warm. And I don't really know why. I can't really pick apart a reason, but I just know that I'm like, it's good, I like it, it's okay, but you know, it's kind of one of those average scents where I'm just like, I don't need it again because, you know, I'm trying to stick to my favorites because I just need scents to wow me at this point. I just have so many that I don't need average. From Super Tarts, I warmed through high tea. This is plum, English breakfast tea, and confectioner sugar. I love how it smells on cold. Yeah, this was a donut, so like a half donut, and I warmed it in my bedroom, and it was not overly strong, which I was surprised about because Super Tarts usually packs a punch. So I wanted it to be stronger, especially with that tea note, because I love tea and I love plum. I think I have more of this in my collection. So I'll warm it again. Maybe it was just an off time for me with my nose, but as of this warming, I would say it's not very strong. So high tea. If you warmed that and it did better for you, let me know, because I do love the scent. Southbound raspberry coconut cake. This is actually going in my open space right now. This is raspberry jam, coconut cream pie, yellow cake bites, and vanilla buttercream frosting. So this one I've kind of become nose blind to. So I smelled it from the get-go, and it's definitely raspberry jam heavy. I will say, even though I'm kind of over raspberry jam, I feel like Southbound has a really good raspberry jam oil. I don't get floral from it. I get a really nice raspberry jam scent. So I think hers is good. I don't really pick up the coconut, and I really wanted to, But I do find that coconut cream pie tends to be quite a bit lighter when it comes to coconut. I do get those cakey vibes. So I get, to me, my nose is smelling like a raspberry jam cake. Raspberry jam heavy. And like I said, I kind of went nose blind to it. I pick it up here and there. It's not a repurchase for me, only because it's raspberry jam. I picked it up last year, so I wasn't really realizing that was kind of over raspberry jam. But if you do like raspberry jam, I feel like Southbound has a pretty good raspberry jam oil. Knowles Farm Scents. I wore them through cheat day. This was in his brittle. This is strawberry pound cake, sugar cookie royal, and birthday cake. Travis is known for his strawberry pound cake, and it is, in my opinion, the best strawberry pound cake I've ever smelled. This was poured in May of last year, so this is just over a year old. I did this in 2 warms in my bedroom. This was so delicious. It was creamy, it was decadent, it was yummy, it was bakery goodness. The strawberry pound cake is so good, but that birthday cake note really shined, and the mixture of that sugar cookie in there, oh man, and it threw like a champ. It was fantastic. It lasted a long time. That is definitely a repurchase for me. 5-star. All right, we got some Rose Girls going on here. Island Cocktails. This was in a couple of chunks, and I think this came from her Sol de Janeiro sampler from last year. This is Boom Boom, which is Sol de Janeiro. Black cherry lemonade and orange creamsicle. This was yummy. I find that Jenny's fruity scents are really good. I do like her orange scents. Oh yeah. And her lemonade. Oh man, I like her cherry note. I like her lemonade. This was a really nice blended blend, because I find that Boom Boom can really take over a blend to my nose. I tend to pick it up strongly. I picked it up, it was there, but you really got those fruit notes as well, and it was very enjoyable. I would get that again. Island Cocktails. Very good. Cake and Boom Boom. This is strawberry pound cake, vanilla icing, and Boom Boom, also from her Sol de Janeiro sampler. This one is Boom Boom heavy. You get the Boom Boom quite a bit on this. It's like Boom Boom and bakery, basically. Boom Boom and bakery. Yep, exactly what it is. It was good. I liked it. I would definitely think about picking it up again. Like, you know, a once in a while kind of scent, but I wouldn't need it all the time. But I like kind of beachy scents mixed with bakery, so I liked it. Cake and Boom Boom. And it was good, decent performer, good medium. Motorboatin' the Pinup Girl. This was in a chunk muffin. I think I'm going to have to turn on this light in here because it's just getting so dark. Boom Boom, again, Sol de Janeiro. Cashmere, sultry, spicy vanilla, strawberry, raspberry, guava, berries, mango, and cotton candy. So this scent had a lot going on. It was a really beautiful muffin. I do pick up that fruitiness of the strawberry, raspberry, guava, the berries, and the mango. I couldn't say I could detect each one, except for I definitely get that first oil for sure. But you definitely get this fruity tropical vibe. I pick up a little bit of that spicy vanilla, and I like it. I really like what that brings to the blend, and I definitely get the Boom Boom. I can't say that I'm smelling cashmere. I think the cotton candy is just bringing up the sweetness in the back. But this was an enjoyable scent. It was not overly strong. It was just coming up on a year old, but it did fine in my bedroom. So I don't know that I feel like I need it again, but it was a good one. I am going to turn my chandelier on because it is just getting quite dark. Okay guys, sorry about that. So obviously there's going to be a lighting change in this video, but it's getting quite dark out, and I actually turned my TV on, so there'll probably be some flashing behind me because, you know, it's flashing along the walls, but I need to have that on just in case there's a warning that pops up, because I have to, you know, grab my dogs, get them harnessed up, leashed up, and all that good stuff. And then, you know, go to your safe place. Catch you on the flippity flip. This is Gilligan's Brew, fresh picked strawberries, I'm Vanilla Baby, which is vanilla icing, vanilla lace, and vanilla sugar waffle cone. Gilligan's Brew is like coconut and cream. Yeah, this was pretty yummy. I really enjoyed this one. I really got the fresh picked strawberries, I think the strongest, but very creamy from all the other notes as well, because there's a lot of vanilla notes in here, and then you have that coconut cream note. Not overly coconutty, so I feel like her Gilligan's Brew really isn't like that. Kind of wishes it was a little bit more coconutty, but it's pretty delicious. So this was a good one. Another one I would probably get again. Not overly strong. This one I picked up July of last year. So again, probably a good low medium. Catch you on the flippity flip. I've been working on my chunk muffins because I have a lot of them. Chasing Sunsets. I'm making a pretty good dent, so I'm getting through them. Beach Babes, which is strawberry pina colada, cotton candy, and beach nights. And then Tangerine Birthday Cake, which is tangerine gelato and birthday cake. I really enjoy this scent. I think I've talked about it in a previous video. Again, not super strong, but again, about a low medium. So it's like, you know, one of those wafting in the air. It's in the background. It's soft. It's sweet. It's beachy. It's delicious. But it's not going to be a punch you in the face scent. But man, it's a beautiful scent. So another one that I would definitely get again, although I have not seen her offer this again. But she does do her Beach Babe scent, and I really do like that. So, all right, that'll do it for Rose Girls. Let's talk about Britta's. I have Bigfoot. This is a favorite of mine. I've talked about it a zillion times. Banana walnut cake, Danish butter cookies, and sugar cookie royale. This is just about to hit a year old. This performed fantastic. I really, really love her banana walnut cake. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's very, to my nose, banana bakery. I don't get candy from it. I get a nutty, kind of like banana nut bread. I love it. If you like banana walnut, is it banana walnut muffin, I think, from Bath & Body Works? I think you would like this. That's Bigfoot. Baddie for you. I have the fan on, so this is blowing a little bit. Wild berry mousse, coconut cream pie, and blackberry. This was nice. I like her wild berry mousse. It's really good. Very fruity. Berry-licious. Again, that coconut cream pie just kind of brings a creaminess to the blend. I don't feel like it smells overly coconutty. Yeah, but so good. It almost kind of has like a cheesecake vibe, so to speak, but not quite. Her blackberry is really good. I don't feel like it leans floral at all. Just juicy, fruity deliciousness, and I enjoyed that one. Killer Kiss. This is jelly donut, vanilla ice cream, frankenberry, and cake batter fudge. I really like this one too. It's one I've had before, and one that I've repurchased, obviously, and would purchase again. You really get a nice jelly donut scent. You get the creaminess of the vanilla ice cream, and then you get that delicious, yummy frankenberry cereal. But the star to me that just brings everything so well together in this is that cake batter fudge. Just makes everything creamy, delicious. Really good. Very, again, almost kind of like a cheesecake vibe, like a berry cheesecake vibe, but better. So that's Killer Kiss. Really nice strawberry scent to this, and I really do like Britta strawberry. I think she's tinkered with this some because she can't get the frankenberry oil anymore. All right, so we have Lavender and Speckles. I'm doing this in my average bedroom today. This is Blueberry Muffin. This came with her Blueberry Muffin sampler. Beth always gives you the scent on its own, which I really appreciate. I got this back in December. I really enjoy Beth's Blueberry Muffin. It's really good. Oh, gosh. Super strong blueberry. Definitely artificial blueberry, but, you know, I've said this time and time again. You're not going to get a hefty, authentic blueberry and wax. It just isn't going to be, but I love it. Really good, and I am enjoying her sampler as well. So, really appreciated that she includes that so you get an idea or a sense of feeling for the scent itself. Speaking of the blueberry sampler, this was in it. Blueberry Musk. So this is like her blueberry version of her strawberry musk. So this is Blueberry Muffin and Icy Vanilla Woods, which is a Bath & Body Works type. Yeah, it's good. I really love her strawberry musk, so I knew I would love her blueberry musk, and I do. I've actually went back in and repurchased it. This was a good performer. It went on all day long, no problem. Berry Breakfast Tart. This I picked up of April of last year. This is strawberry pound cake blended with sweet strawberries, blackberries, cotton candy, and pie crust. I was looking so forward to warming this. because it smells delectable in this bag. But unfortunately, this one was a light performer for me. I did all 6 shapes in my, I feel like it's getting even darker, in my open space, and I mixed it between tea lights and hot plates. And if I use a Scentsy warmer, I only use my hotter ones, like my 40 watts or my ceramic ones. I had it in quite a few warmers because I cut some of the shapes in half and some of them I kept whole. I did it in my Yankee hot plate next to me, so I always have wax going on right next to me. It was just so light. So I don't know, I feel like her wax is aging well, so I don't think it was that. I think maybe this was just a lighter one, but who knows. Don't think I would pick it up again just because I just didn't get a lot from it. But it smells amazing in the bag. So if you've warmed this and it did good for you, I'm jealous. Berry breakfast tart. From Harper James, I did cake and coffee. This was her brownie bites. This is Christmas tree cakes and fresh brewed coffee, vanilla creamer, and sugar. That sounded like the bee's knees. I thought, yeah, I need some of that. I love her Christmas tree cakes oil, and I do really like her coffee blends. And even though this one says nothing about caramel, nothing at all, I mainly got a caramel coffee. It was more like caramel maple-ish coffee with a little bit of a bakery note. It was not my favorite. It wasn't bad. Like, I didn't take it out of my warmers. I actually did 2 warms out of this, so I warmed it twice. I just didn't love it. So not a repurchase for me, but it performed fine, and it was poured July of last year. Performed just fine, just wasn't my favorite. Apple cider donut, which I think is probably a single oil. This is apple, cinnamon, fried donut, cider, and vanilla. This was poured May of last year. This one performed fine too. And it was okay. To be fair, this is not always my favorite oil. But I gave it a try, and I actually thought hers was better than some of the others I've tried. So I don't feel like I need it again. But I thought it did fine. It was fine. It had a nice bakery component to it. So apple cider donut. Macaron Wax Melts. I did Bunny Burrow. And this is a warm and inviting blend of roasted pine cones, vanilla birch, and beech nights. And I feel like this blend I've gotten from another vendor. And I want to say it was Lavender and Speckles, but I could be wrong. Is that a Lavender and Speckles scent? I feel like it smells very familiar. It's delicious though. It's gorgeous. I do really like Kathy's Palo. It's a good one. I like her roasted pine cone oil and that vanilla birch. This is just earthy deliciousness. Very good. Very, very good. I just feel like it smells familiar. So I enjoyed it. I would get it again, but that is Bunny Burrows. I did this in my open space and it performed just fine. I never have a problem with Kathy's wax, honestly. It's pretty good. Shy Beach Escape. I did this one in my bedroom last night. This is Shy Type and Beach Nights. Shy Type, I believe, is the Don't Be Shy perfume, which I have never smelled that perfume. But I think it's supposed to be like an orange marshmallow scent or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, all you perfume experts, because I'm not one. This was really lovely. It definitely comes across to my nose as perfumey. The Beach Nights is not overly strong in here. It's there, but I get more of that Shy Type, or what I believe is that Shy Type. This was a really nice, beautiful bedroom scent, and I really enjoyed it, and I probably will turn it back on tonight. That is Shy Beach Escape. And this was all her little macaron shapes, and I love them. I just really enjoyed this one. And this one did not have that much glitter in it, so I was very thankful for that as well. All right, I forgot this one off earlier, but we have Teddy B's Honeybee. And I pulled this out of my stash because she was offering this in her, she did it in the pre-order, and I didn't bother with it then, but she was also offering it in the RTS. And I know this scent is super duper raved about, so I decided to pull it out and try it. I did 2 warms each time in my open space. This is Sweet Sugar Cookies, Honey Nectar, Sweet Vanilla, and Beach Treats. This was poured July of 2023. This one is a great performer. I will tell you that from the get-go. I don't always have the best performance when it comes to bakery and Teddy B's, this was a very good performer. I get that honey nectar, and I get the beach nights, and I get the bakery vanilla note of the cookies and the vanilla. That being said, this is not my favorite bakery scent. I liked it. Obviously, I finished it, so I liked it. But I didn't love it. I am definitely not wowed by it like most people who've tried to scent it are. So I don't feel like I needed more of it. I did not order more in the RTS, but I was glad that I got to try it and see if I agreed with the hype. Unfortunately, I don't, but you know, my nose is different than the masses, and I don't need it again, honeybee. But a very good performer. All right, last vendor we have here is Second Spruce, and then I think I'm gonna check out back and see what the weather's looking like. All right, let's see. So I did a sample of Summer Snow Cone. This is from July of last year. I did this in a candle crock, so I stuck the whole piece in. Blue Raspberry Snow Cone, Pink Lemonade, and Cotton Candy. This scent is really, really delicious. You definitely get like emphasis on the Pink Lemonade, but it's a really nice pink lemonade. Like, it's not too tart. There's a really nice sweetness going on here. I'm sure the Cotton Candy and the Blue Raspberry are leaning towards to that. But really, really nice pink lemonade scent. I enjoyed this. It was not super strong, but it was a decent medium, so I wasn't mad about it. I actually could have even taken a little bit more for a lemonade scent. Summer Snow Cone. I did Campfire Root Beer. This is root beer, smoked vanilla ice cream, a hint of campfire mallow. This was poured July of last year. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this because I don't always love smoked vanilla and wax. But I love this. This was so delicious. I actually wish this was a little bit stronger. I did the whole clam in my open space. And a lot of times I only have to do like half of this with Erica's wax. But I started with half and then ended up adding the other half. I got it. I detected it. It was delicious. Every little piece of it I got, I just really wanted even more. So I would get this again. I don't know if I've seen any requests for it, but I thought it was pretty good. So that's Campfire Root Beer. Definitely root beer heavy. And I just think Erica has a great fizzy note in her soda blends. And yeah, the little hint of smokiness to this was perfection. Like, I don't love overly smoky scents, but that smoked vanilla, it was perfection in here. And then last scent here, School's Out for Summer. This was in one of her cake bites, so that's why the bag is so clean, because it was inside another bag. So this is Summer Scoop, Rainbow Sherbet, Fruity Cereal Milk, and Waffle Cone. I mostly got the Fruity Cereal Milk for this, and it was enjoyable. Yeah, it is so interesting how this smells. And you get that Summer Scoop too. It's a good strawberry scent, but it also smells like strawberry milk. Like you've just eaten like Fruity Pebbles, or better yet, Captain Crunch. And that milk has that specific scent to it because it's just been flavored by like those strawberry flavored berries that are in that cereal. That's mainly what I got from it. Very enjoyable. I really liked it. But at the same time, I don't need it again. So that is School's Out for Summer. It was a good thrower, and it lasted a good long time. I had it going for a long time. I finally changed it out. It still had scent, but I changed it out because I was just ready to move on, because I'm not super duper into cereal milk scents, but at the same time, I thought it was good. All right, let's talk favorites. Let's see. Let's talk a favorite Scentsy. So out of the Scentsy that I did, the 5 bars that I did, I would say Coconut Blossoms was my favorite. I really enjoyed that one. I thought that was beautiful. So really liked that. As far as the retail wax, I feel like it was kind of a tie because I really love Pink Sands from Yankee, even though this is Goose Creek's version. And I really like Goose Creek's cotton candy. I just think they're one of the best cotton candies out there. And so it's kind of a tie between cotton candy and Pink Beach. I just thought they were both fantastic, and they both performed really well. I mean, to find a good performing cotton candy scent, that is not always easy to do. And then vendor wax, I have 2 favorites here. I'm trying to be a little harsher on my favorites, but Knowles Farm Scents Cheat Day. Oh my gosh, so delicious. If you get a chance to try this one and you love his strawberry pound cake, so good. And then this one's been a favorite before. It'll always be a favorite. That is Bigfoot from Britta's. I think those are my 2 favorites. I don't think I pulled anything else aside. Nope, that'll do it. Those are my favorites for the week. It was a good melting week. I got through some good stuff. Really enjoyed what I got through. And I guess you could say the good news is I didn't have overly too many favorites, so I won't be buying a lot of these scents again. But I also enjoyed what I melted. So there wasn't really anything where I was like, oh, I did not like this. I enjoyed this stuff. But except for that Scentsy bar. I did not like that. No, sorry. But other than that, it was a good melting week. Let me know in the comments below what you've been melting through and what you've been loving. And if you have melted any of these scents that I shared today, let me know your experience with them. I would love to hear from you. And guys, I'll see you next one. Have a great day. I'm going to check on the weather situation and see whether or not I can spit out another video today. But we'll see. Bye-bye. Please like and subscribe.